welcome to Amphlett Reviews, and today we're doing the highly delayed, from myself and from EUREKA funny enough, the 4K edition of Police Story. Oh my fucking god, yes, this is incredible. This is a glorious edition. I have done an unboxing already on the channel if you want to check it out. A bit more detail on the edition itself and on the booklet and all that. Please go and check that out. Really apologise for my delayed review on this. Obviously still currently getting used to the new job and, you know, getting the house set up, and you know, certain areas of the house have been unavailable, so it's been very difficult to kind of do videos and squeeze in videos, let alone watching these movies. There's so many editions coming out per month. It's so hard to keep on track. But today, finally, I have watched Police Story 1 on the glorious 4K edition, and wow, oh, beautiful, so goddamn good. The fact that this is my very first film I watched in terms of kind of getting into Hong Kong cinema. I've already mentioned this on my kind of collaboration video with the Asian Cinema Group. And this is where it all started for me in terms of actually getting into Hong Kong cinema back in COVID times. 1985, Jackie Chan directed, starred, delivered probably one of the best Hong Kong cinema experiences ever, and a perfect film for myself, a newcomer into this glorious world to enter to. You know, if anyone is in doubt
that the stories you hear about this man, if nothing else, has been watered down.
Let's talk about Police Story.
Hold it!
And this review is quite difficult for me because what can I say about this film that hasn't already been said like 500 times over? Not just between, you know, the channels on YouTube, but reviews. This film came out like 2 decades ago, and it's still one of the most talked about films, still one of the most kind of influence-based movies ever. Even something like Shang-Chi, the new Marvel film, has been inspired directly from Police Story and Jackie Chan. But nonetheless, I figured I'd put my own 2 cents on this review and just kind of talk about it. And I think the film is incredible, as you probably already could tell. It's nice and simple. It's got plenty of kind of twists and turns and kind of, you know, interesting kind of plot points that kind of reveal itself as it goes along. You've got a fantastic opening section with the kind of police kind of, you know, sting, which goes into some fantastic all-out kind of car chase stunts. That incredible Police Story hero song track, which is, oh, it's incredible. A strong kind of introduction to the film already, and you think, how are they going to top this? Surely that's the best the film's going to offer. But no, it kind of goes above and beyond that. It keeps you going. The film has a really good sense of pacing in terms of editing. It really balances the kind of, you know, the story and the kind of normal, the serious kind of nature of it, with the amazing stunts, the action, the fights, the gunplay, but also the comedy and the drama is also fantastic in this film. Jackie is a real powerhouse in this film, and balancing all these different types of tones. How can you go from an extraordinary kind of buzz chase sequence to a kind of fake all-out fight sequence within the kind of the Star Witness's kind of apartment? You get some fantastic scenes with Maggie Cheung's character, the girlfriend May, who is just kind of very jealous and very kind of, you know, a character who's a bit kind of timid and mousy, I think, a little bit, from very deliberate in the film, the way he goes about. I think she's a great character in the film. I think she's really fun, you know, and Jackie's very savage in terms of his dialogue and the way he kind of approaches. So the comedy and the kind of the drama and the relationship between those two is really fantastic and really funny, kind of banter back and forth. And I think Maggie Cheung does a really great job of kind of holding her own in terms of what Jackie Chan has to offer in that sense. And that really kind of adds a bit of a light kind of heart nature to the film. And then when it gets serious, it gets really serious with the criminal organisation. It has a really good balance of that kind of gritty kind of crime drama with a bit of satire, him becoming a poster boy for the kind of police force, which I think is really funny. Some great drama, some great interactions back and forth between multiple characters. I love the interactions with Uncle as well, one of the police sergeants, which is fantastic in the film. And then you get some great villains. You know, the villains are really fun. You know, they're actually quite smart. They're using the law, the system against them. They're trying to, you know, go about, you know, you can't prove anything, you don't have evidence. You've got a hotshot detective going on their heels, and you got some really good setup, and you got some really good sense of pacing. And for an hour and 40-minute film, it is just flawless. I think personally, I think it's a really flawless film. It kind of delivers the golden package of what you want from a Hong Kong movie. And I've said this before in probably other films, and there's been some very similar films that are up to this level, but there's a reason why Jackie's a staple name. There's a reason why Jackie is famous as he is. Whether you've seen any of his films or not, you know who Jackie Chan is. And the reason for it, because he delivers, you know, his absolute best on, and Police Story is definitely up there with his kind of top 5, probably top 10 best movies ever made, not within Hong Kong cinema, but just his movies in general. I will have to do a potential top 5 or maybe top 10 Jackie Chan films ever. Maybe if you want to see that, please comment down below. I might check that out, I might do that. What I was going to say about Police Story, this film is just phenomenal. It's absolutely amazing. It's one of the best Hong Kong movies ever made. It's one of the best Jackie Chan films ever made. He's all-time best at this film. He's definitely throwing himself literally in these scenes in terms of comedy, in terms of drama, action, stunt-based work. Story is great, direction's great, editing's amazing. You know, brilliant sense of tone from kind of start to finish. And the fact the film's willing to end on an amazing stunt, obviously that classic kind of mortar stunt, which they show it 3 times, and there's reason for it because he got injured, but also it's a fucking amazing stunt. It's a brilliant stunt. And the fact that they're willing to end the film on him beating the criminal kind of drug lord repeatedly and ended on a freeze frame, him angrily trying to punch him again, is just brilliant. The comedy's great, the one-liners in places, you know, the fact he beats him up and then the kind of the uncle character said, I'm going to need your help with this report, you know, we have to wait it together. Yeah, it's just the tension to kind of the punches and some of the jokes are just land so goddamn well. And there's some great sequences. The fact he's a moonwalk sequence, randomly getting off, you know, probably cow, you know, shit off his boots, and he's just doing the moonwalk for 2 seconds. It's in the film, don't know why, it's just in the film, it's great. I will say Police Story on 4K has never looked as good as this. This is absolutely incredible. I did have the EUREKA old edition, the 2K scan on Blu-ray, and this definitely blows the water out of it. This is definitely a night and day difference. I'm not sure why the criticism of this edition is. Maybe it's more on the other 2 editions, I'm not entirely sure, but in terms of Police Story 1, this looks phenomenal. This looks amazing on my 4K TV and on the 4K disc. They did a really fantastic job. And of course, this edition you've got packed full of extras. Most of it imported over from the original UK EUREKA edition. So if you in case you're going to lose some extras, you're not going to lose anything. It's all imported. And also you get the fantastic double booklet, massive kind of trilogy booklet, which kind of goes in behind the scenes of all 3 films. If you're wondering, Andrew, is this film worth upgrading to 4K? And my answer is 100% yes, absolutely. If you're a fan of this film, if you have a 4K player, if you have a PS5, you have a 4K TV, please upgrade this. It definitely is worth getting. There's still to me plenty of copies at the moment. Pick it for Christmas, maybe get it as a gift. I don't know. Definitely support the release. Definitely go and get it, guys. If you've got a 4K player, if you means to access this, definitely pick it up. It's definitely a much better upgrade and improvement from the EUREKA edition Blu-ray that came out a couple of years. And that's my review on Police Story 1985, an incredible movie. I can't say any more than I already have. Just go and check it out, go and support it. Whether you're going to pick up the 4K edition, whether you want to pick up the old EUREKA edition Blu-ray itself, or whether you just want to take a risk. Take a risk, it's definitely worth it. If you want to see a really fun, action-based Hong Kong movie that delivers on every single level in terms of comedy, action, great story, great characters, great presentation, please go and support the film. Please go and check it out. Definitely worth picking up, guys. And I will be talking about Police Story 2 very, very soon, guys, also on 4. Hope you enjoyed watching this review. Please comment down below. What are your thoughts and opinions on Police Story 1? What are your thoughts and opinions on the 4K edition? In the meantime, guys, Amphlett Reviews, signing out.